At the T-minus 3-minute mark, tape recorders on board the spacecraft were turned on. These recorders record both voice and data. We have ignition sequence start. The engine's now building up to 7.7 million pounds of thrust. We have a launch commit and we have a liftoff. Moving back. The Saturn V lifting off with power.
Good evening. This is Rocket Shop, Big Heavy World's local Vermont music radio hour, every Wednesday from 8 to 9 p.m. on 105.9 FM The Radiator, WOMMLP Burlington. Local musicians come chat with us and share their music on the radio. I'm your host tonight, Genevieve Rossi, and tonight we have the pleasure of welcoming the band John Smyth. Smyth. So John, can you introduce me and your bandmate here?
I'm John Smyth, and this is Ivan Goldstein. He plays the dobro, and I write songs and sing them.
Awesome. Can you guys start me off with a song?
Sure. Southbound. This song's called Southbound. It's written about my mom. Baby, I'm southbound with everything I own in the back of my car. Baby, I'm southbound to the land of the pines where they drink corn whiskey from a mason jar. Hear the sound of a sad guitar. Baby, I'm southbound for to see my mama for the very last time. Baby, I'm southbound. She don't remember my name, but I love her just the same as when her eyes did shine. I hope I never lose my mind. I hope I never lose my mind. When my mind is just a ghost town and my memories are ghosts and my eyes are vacant windows for the ones I love the most, to paint shadows on this canvas all tore up and full of holes. I hope you never have to watch me go. I hope I never lose my mind. 'Cause when everyone's a stranger, that they all know your name and they're whispering behind your back saying it's a crying shame, and you don't know who they're talking about, but you think it might be you. Oh, there's nothing anyone can do. I hope I never lose my mind. I hope I never lose my mind. Baby, I'm southbound, down below the Mason-Dixon line. Ah, honey, I'm southbound. I'm gonna ride through the night and make it to the light. I'm gonna see my mama one more time. I hope I never lose my mind. I hope I never lose my mind. I hope I never lose my mind.
Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you. So do you play only original songs?
Yes.
Yeah. So how long have you been writing songs for?
Seriously, for probably 12 years. I had a brief stint in my teenage years where I tried it out, but I didn't get anywhere with it.
Yeah. And so you just had an album, you have an album that is called Hunger Mountain Clay, and that song did not appear on it. Southbound is not on it.
No.
So is this a new song or is this an older song that you're...
It's a newer song. We're getting ready to go into the studio next month and make another CD.
Wow, that's very exciting. Do you have a studio in your house or is it a professional place you're going to?
I work with a guy named Colin McCaffrey in East Montpelier, Plainfield area. He's the green room. He's really good.
Yeah. And so are you playing, do you play just by yourself or is it going to be you and Ivan and other people? Or
It'll be me, Ivan, and other people.
And Ivan, how long have you played with him?
2.5 years.
Yeah.
And do you usually, when you play like live, do you have like other people with you usually, or is it just you and Ivan?
I do a lot of gigs with Ivan, and then I do a lot of gigs by myself. But more and more, I'm trying to get more and more people to play with me.
Yeah, it's nice to have a band with you. It's fun. Do you ever like tour or anything, or are you just kind of around the area?
Just around the area.
Yeah.
I live in Montpelier and the Burlington area, the Upper Valley, and Central Vermont. Those are the main ones.
Tour around Vermont. It's beautiful. Why leave? Can you kind of tell me what you think your genre of music would be? Because I think you're kind of bluesy. I think you're a little country-ish. Can you tell me what you think about it?
You know, that's kind of what I would say, but maybe throw some folk in there too, okay?
Yeah.
So folk, blues.
And what kind of like musical influences do you think you have? Like, do you have any definite like people who you've definitely seen and you're like, I want to be like that, or is it all kind of your own thing?
You know, I grew up during the golden age of music. I mean, those guys.
You're
you
lucky.
know, come on.
You're very
Dylan,
lucky.
the Beatles,
Yeah.
Zeppelin, all those people. So, yeah, of course, I was influenced by a lot of them. You know, Neil Young, Paul Simon, you know, the Beatles. I mean, you couldn't help but be influenced.
And could you play me another song?
Sure.
Awesome.
What did we decide on this? Oh, I know. Okay. This one's also going to be on the new album.
Awesome.
So it's called Dirty Girl. My baby's in the garden, rolling round the mud, and it makes me smile to see the way the dirt runs through her blood. She skips barefoot through the meadows, picking flowers as she goes. You'll never find a girl like her without dirt between her toes. She's a dirty girl. Oh, my baby's a dirty girl, she's a dirty girl. My baby's a dirty girl. My baby takes her shovel and she turns an earthen mound, draws a line in the dirt, puts a seed into the ground. Then she covers them with soil and she waters them with love. I can see her dirty face shine out to the heavens up above. She's a dirty girl. Oh, my baby's a dirty girl, she's a dirty girl. My baby's a dirty girl, she's a dirty girl. Oh yeah, my baby's a dirty girl, she's a dirty girl. Alright, my baby's a dirty girl. baby leaves her overalls in a pile outside the door. When she slips inside to find me there, she won't be needing them no more. She gives me a dirty look and grabs me with a dirty hand. Oh, she's a dirty girl, all right, and she's in love with a dirty man. She's a dirty girl. Oh, my baby's a dirty girl. She's a dirty girl. My baby's a dirty girl. She's a dirty girl. Oh, yeah, my baby's a dirty girl. She's a dirty girl. Alright, my baby's a dirty girl. She's a dirty girl. My baby's a dirty girl.
Awesome. So that was Dirty Girl by John Smyth. And so, John, where do you like to play music? Are you usually outside live venues or bars, things like that?
It's mostly bars right now. There's a few listening rooms. I've played in Ripton, and that's a really nice place. And I love playing outdoors.
Yeah, I think this would be great music to play, like listen to outside.
Yeah,
like,
it's
beautiful. Yeah.
That's what summer's all about.
Yeah,
so.
I know. We're in the dead of winter here. We're a little cold, cooped up in bars. But do you have any like favorite venues, like a favorite memory or something from playing somewhere that was really special?
No, but there are a few really special places, and some of them are in this area. Sweet Melissa's. I gotta give a shout out to Sweet Melissa's in Montpelier, and then. Yeah, and then Friday we're at Spanked Puppy in Colchester. That's not too far from here.
Yeah. So I know you said you're coming out with a new album soon, and we have your other album, Hunger Mountain Clay. Mm-hmm. What is kind of a difference between those two albums? Have you kind of evolved a little bit or changed anything, or going to be kind of consistent?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say things are going to be different because they're written in a different time period. I mean, if I spend too long on a song, the third verse doesn't sound like the first verse anymore. So it's so they'll sound different, but I don't think my approach has changed much or anything. So I mean, it'll be a little bit country, a little bit folk or something, but awesome. Maybe I'll come up with one more chord and a couple more rhymes or something. Who knows?
So for your songwriting process, do you have like anything in particular that you do? Do you like to sit down and like write out songs like in a moment, put aside time, or is it the kind of thing that just kind of comes to you?
I try to write every day, but not songs. That's what I try to do.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I mean just to keep the ideas flowing and not to edit or anything like that. And then every once in a while I'll just have a song idea, and really if I've been writing good, I mean then it does fall out of the sky. It's that easy. But they're good songs if they don't. But it's just a lot easier if it comes more natural.
Yeah. And what is your audience kind of like? Who do you think kind of listens to your songs? Who do you make your songs for?
Boy, probably people my age. I don't know. Yeah.
And where's your kind of inspiration? Like, I know these songs are pretty like personal. Like the song Southbound was definitely a very personal song. Is it all kind of personal, like what's happening in your life, or do you like to write from a different point of view?
I do like to write from a different point of view. You know, some of them are about people, not me, and something I didn't see, or something I made up. Like, but I don't want to get into any specifics. But yeah, I mean, I like both, but yeah, I mean, Southbound for sure. I mean, definitely touched by my mom and your kids, right? I mean, you're a songwriter. You got each one of your kids is going to say, "Well, okay, where's my song?" You thought all these things were important enough to write a song about, so surely you have a song for me, right? So there's a few you kind of gotta write, on purpose. They don't just fall out of the sky.
Yeah. And what other instruments do you play? Do you only play the guitar, or you play anything else?
I play harmonica. Oh. And the whole
That's
whole
awesome.
thing, and then recently I'm trying ukulele. which is kind of cool. Yeah. Although I found a cheat for it. If you look at the strings close enough to the top 4 strings of a guitar, so it's just a different key. So.
Yeah. Well, the ukulele is very fun. Have you written anything on the ukulele, or is it just kind of a fun?
It's just kind of a fun thing to take all the songs that I know on guitar and try to make a ukulele song.
I play the mandolin, and I do a very similar thing with mandolin chords. I just play ukulele chords because it's a lot easier.
Right.
But do you want to play me another song? Do you have another couple songs?
I'll play the next one. I'll play. It's off the first CD. Now this is a song that. See, Ivan and I were playing a warm-up gig for Nectar's, okay? So, and we were just, it was our first gig together, and he played Nothing But Pearls. I played it, and then he did it, and I was having trouble recording this in the studio. We couldn't get the right instrument mix or anything, and I said, hey, man, the next day, after the first time we played, he was in the studio recording on that CD, and that's basically how we musically met. So, and this is the song we did it on.
Oh, beautiful.
It's called Nothing But Pearls. You remind me of a fable from the days of yore. Some night of the round table caught that gaze of yours. With your looking glass mirror shattered on the floor, you could see clearer that it doesn't matter anymore. You don't have to sing that song. But before you drift along, I wanna paint you in nothing, nothing but pearls. And trace your reflections through riffles and swirls. I wanna paint you in nothing, nothing but pearls. Well, you only ate his soul because you knew you could, but it doesn't fill that hole the way you thought it would. And it covers you in petals, though it does no good. Alright, so he deserves a medal, but he never understood. So you leave him standing on his knees. Ma belle dame sans merci. I wanna paint you in nothing, nothing but pearls. And chase your reflections, my Waterhouse girl. I wanna paint you in nothing, nothing but pearls. You some poetry, an impromptu soliloquy carved into the willow tree. Not sure what I mean by all this rambling, but I can't draw a queen without a king. Girl, I would have you by the riverside without a thing but a
a strand of loosely tied pearls on a string, and let them fall off one by one. Just pull me under when we're done. I wanna paint you in nothing, nothing but pearls. Down by the river, my water house girl, I wanna paint you in nothing, nothing but pearls. Nothing but pearls. Nothing but pearls. Nothing but pearls.
That was so cool. I love that instrument. It's so like beautiful. So you've been playing together like 2 years, you said, you and Ivan?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ivan, this is kind of more for you. What is kind of Yeah, Ivan, you can come and talk into the mic if that's easier. But what for you, like what is your kind of draw to this kind of music, and how do you feel about what John writes and how it kind of relates to you?
Well, I think John's one of the best writers I've ever heard.
Yeah.
He's very powerful, and it's what a lucky guy I am to be able to play with him, and to add emotive figures. It's a real treat for me.
Yeah. And how long have you been playing? Like, is you all your whole life? Or?
40 years.
Yeah, your whole life. Yeah.
Not dobro.
Yeah.
Dobro about 20.
Interesting. And so you've played for 2 years with John. Do you play in any other bands or anything, or is this just?
Yeah, we just formed a new band called the Sap Tap Trio.
Ooh.
And we're a vocal harmony band.
Interesting. That sounds very cool.
I do, and a few other instruments.
Ooh. Yeah. What other instruments do you play?
Some mandolin and bouzouki and little charango.
Very interesting. And have you lived in Vermont? Have both of you lived in Vermont your whole lives, or are you all? Yeah. Tell me about yourself, John. Where did you come from?
I was born in Maryland, to a Navy man, and we moved all around.
Interesting.
And then he retired in California and decided he didn't like the ocean anymore, so we lived in the middle of Arizona for a while, and then I ended up in Vermont at 16, and I've been here ever since.
And do you think kind of your music is reflective of Vermont? I think I hear this. This is very Vermont-y music to me, but
Sure.
yeah.
Sure. I mean, it's when I started writing it, I was already here. So.
Yeah. And do you have another song you want to play me out with? Do you have anything else prepared?
Got any recommendations?
I think.
Nah. Let's do fishing.
Yes.
It's a fun song.
I love that song. That's a great one. Gotta feature Ivan.
I took the road down by the river today. You could see the fish rising when you go that way. And on the horizon was a sunny day. It's not too surprising I decided to stay. Hey, I'm a-going fishing, I'm a-playing hooky. Always had the itching since my daddy first took me. Me in this world, we get a step out of time. So I'm a-going fishing to get a little peace of mind. You See, I keep my waders and my pole in the back, and some flies that were tied by my old Uncle Jack. From the hair of a bear that was hanging in the shack, I threw out my line and I took up the slack. Hey, I'm a going fishing, I'm a playing hooky. Always had the itching since my daddy first took me. Me in this world, we get a step out of time. So I'm a going fishing to get a little peace of mind. Well, that big brown trout, he took it straight to the bottom. A couple times I think I almost caught him. But then he swam right toward me, that was a move I taught him. On another sunny day, late last autumn. Hey, I'm a going fishing, I'm a playing hooky. Always had the itching since my daddy first took me. Me in this world, we get a step out of time. So I'm a going fishing to get a little peace of mind. Okay, last verse. When he gets away, you know I try a little harder. Every time I catch him, he gets a little smarter. But I guess I'm no killer, and I guess he's no martyr. Still, I wonder how it tastes with a little bit of tartar. Hey, I'm a going fishing, I'm a playing hooky. Always had the itching since my daddy first took me. Me in this world, we get a step out of time. So I'm a going fishing to get a little peace of mind. Thanks. And thanks for having me.
Of course, that was John Smyth. And John, could you tell us any upcoming shows and where we can find you on the internets?
Okay, it's johnsmythmusic.com. And that's got all my shows too. But coming up soon is Spanked Puppy here in Colchester. That's on Friday, and then on Wednesday, Sweet Melissa's in Montpelier. We'll be there from 8 to 10.
Spank Puppy 6:30 to 9:30.
And Spank Puppy 6:30 to 9:30. So those are the two closest ones.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I so enjoyed your music. It's beautiful.
Thanks, Genevieve.
Of course. And when we get back, we will have Glorious Leader. This is Rocket Shop on 105.9 FM, The Radiator, WOMMLP Burlington. Stay tuned.